Mr. Johnkelly, you're smiling.
I have to smile. I have to smile because it's a bit funny.
It's a bit funny.
You know, hearing this kind of a thing, you'll be like, okay, oh.
How do you mean?
First, you should understand that she's a baby mama, and then she's not with him per se.
Okay.
So if she's a baby mama and then she has a child for him, there are some responsibilities he will do. It's not completely when the child is with him. It's just normal with life. If you are away from someone, understand one fact.
Okay.
If someone is away from you, there is always a limit to what the person can always do than the person that is closer to him. If you have two children, one is close, one is far. The things you give the ones that are close, you will just give it to that one, closing your eyes. While the ones in far, the ones that are far, you can, at least sometimes you can, you may regulate what you give. You may be calculating what you want to give. So when I say this is funny, is because he posted what he had. We didn't hear what he has been doing, which we've not seen or we've not heard.
But the actor did not come out to debunk her statement, or even defend himself, like saying that I've been doing so much all these years.
And like I said earlier, you can be giving something to someone. She has already said that he's not doing enough.
Yes.
Now he wants to prove a point that I'm doing, but
by posting pizza of 4,500 once in 12 months.
No. See. He may not be buying pizza throughout the months. He may not be buying pizza every day. Some other times he may buy ice cream, but he does not have receipt evidence. Receipt is evidence.
No, he doesn't. Hold on. If he does not have receipt of ice cream that he has bought over time, but he has receipt of pizza.
No, okay, first.
Of 4,500 naira.
No, that is
now. I think the wife saying that he bought pizza of 4,500 naira once in a year means that these things are not often, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't do it often because it's not making sense buying pizza of 4,500 like it's a treat. So it means that in 1 year, probably you gave him that kind of treat only once.
Like I also said, there's a gap between the child and the father. There's a gap, whether you like it or not. So he has a thinking in his own head, which is not taking full responsibility. Might be one. Might use the word might. Now, let's take for instance, you have a girlfriend or you have a wife. You have two wives, and you love one, you don't love one. The things you do for the one you love is not the things you do for the ones you don't love.
This is not a wife
I just want to use that as analogy. Just your first state. Now, if he is not doing enough for the child, some other things may be on the tone. If
some other things may be undertones, like what do you mean?
Like one, he may not have completely loved the child or want the child as much. He may not have.
But the child is here.
Yeah, the child is yours. That doesn't change anything. Now, if a child is okay, let's take for instance now. Because I'm just looking at why he might post such pictures as evidence. Now, the lady might have been bullying him, might have been saying these things just to get to him.
I think if he has more receipts, if he could post pizza of 4,500, if he had more receipts, he would have posted.
That is where I'm coming
from.
Which
means he doesn't have enough receipts
to
prove that he has actually been hands-on in training his child.
Having receipt and doing something are two different things. So I can give you money now and don't have an evidence that I gave you money. It's different from the ones I have. Okay, now, is she saying that throughout the lifetime of the boy, it's just this 45,000 and 5,000 that he has given?
For a woman to come out publicly to call out the father of her son means that it has gotten to a point she can't bear it anymore. And she made a statement. She said, now my papa could train your child for you. Which means, to a large extent, she has been training this child with support from outsiders.
Yeah.
And calling him out means that he's not doing enough.
That's true.
Now, when you say the child is not close to him and it might affect how he takes care of the child, you mentioned some points. You said, you mentioned the issue of the child not being close to him. You talked about the issue of not loving the child enough. You talked about not wanting the child in the first place. But all these things, to a large extent, it's a pointer to irresponsibility and parental negligence.
No.
Because if the child has been born, the child is your blood.
Yeah.
You have a responsibility to love and take care of that child. That's on one point. Okay. Now, on the other hand, the man is not poor.
Yeah, we know.
You know, so he cannot come out and say, oh, I am hard pressed for money. I have a cash crunch. I'm having issues. That is why I cannot take responsibility. Then in the other case where you say the child is away from him, it could be one of the reasons. I mean, there are fathers in different places.
Yeah.
Right? Who are also in the same situation, and they are taking extremely good care of their children. Not just taking extremely good care of their children, but also take good care of the mother of their children, even though she's a baby mama, because he needs her to be alive and be in a good mental state to train those children. Why is this case different?
Okay, like I said first time, this is just a case of having evidence. This boy is of age now. At least for a while, the boy has been getting few things over time. You said enough. I love that word, enough. He has been doing, but not enough. Not to the expectation of the woman. The lady has maybe she has what she wanted for her child. Maybe she has a bigger picture of what she may be needing. She needs the man's attention more. She needs more. You could be doing something for someone. To a large extent, you feel you've done enough. But to that person, you've not even done anything. So, she calling him out, is she saying that he has not done anything for her, for the child?
What she has said is that he has not been responsible
enough
for the child. And he does not take care of his responsibilities. Right? And for me, the most interesting thing is, what even stood out for me was posting a receipt of 4,500 naira for pizza.
No, it's evidence.
No, hold on. But it shows the mentality of the man. Like, pizza is such a big deal.
No.
Of 4,500 that I have to post the receipt.
It's not the pizza.
I was expecting receipts of maybe house rent or parts of the house rent he paid because of the boy. I was expecting receipts of school fees that he has paid, because I am sure if he could post receipt for pizza, he should have posted receipts for school fees.
Okay, now
so receipts for school fees, receipts for maybe the shopping of the child, receipts for healthcare. See, training a child is not just about daily food. There are other things that are involved, right? So I was expecting certain receipts, even if it's personal receipts sent to the baby mama, even if it's for a general purpose. But you know, by extension, your child will enjoy it.
Yeah.
What I am thinking is, if that man could post receipts of 4,500 naira, if he had more receipts, believe me, he would have posted them.